I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning.
Hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time that you're joining, I want to say a very big welcome. Please do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel, okay? So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the step-by-step process to apply for the Master's CSC scholarship. This is actually that one question you guys have been requesting, and yes, I'm finally here to deliver. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys every detail, what you need, and the secret, the tips, how I was able to get the CSC scholarship. I know that when you follow these steps, you're also going to get it. So let's jump at it. The first thing that you need to consider when you're applying for this scholarship is the school. Okay, so many people don't know how to apply and which school to apply or what course that they want to take, but it all depends on you, like what you study during your bachelor's. You don't have to be that, oh okay, well, I must do this one, like this course is what I have to do. You should be flexible, like just like me. I did electrical electronics during my bachelor's and I'm doing control engineering for my master's. So you now can actually be very flexible when you're like choosing a course. You might see a school that you really like the school, and then maybe that course is not really direct taking what you want, you know, but they are taking something else that it's also really good. So you can actually go with that, you know. You don't have to be all about one particular course. But hey, what I know is still your choice. You still need to do what you love and what you want. Make sure that it has to be a course that you love, because trust me, if you don't like the course, you will not enjoy it and you might even drop out. You have to do what you love. So when it comes to choosing university, so there are so many universities that you can actually choose from. All you have to do is check the university and check what is required of this university. Make sure that this university that you're applying to have CSC. You know, it's not all the university in China that can offer you the CSC scholarship. So you want to ensure that the university that you pick offer the CSC scholarship. It's very, very important, okay? And also you need to also know that when you're applying to this school, you need to also know what the school requires of you. And when you're applying, you have to be very strategic. I talked about this in one of my videos, but I can still tell you guys that when you're applying to these universities, you need to know that there are some universities that have a very low acceptance rate. So you want to go for universities with a high acceptance rate, okay? High what? Acceptance rate. Go for universities that have high acceptance rate that you are sure that when you apply that you can get, okay? I know for my school, for my research, I realized that for the Chinese students, it actually have a low acceptance rate for them, and then for internationals, it have a high acceptance rate. And you can also check the courses. You don't want to just say, okay, because now I'm going for a school with a high acceptance rate, you're not checking the course, and that is not nice. You need to know what are they teaching. Is it something I'm interested in? Is it something I'm gonna love for the longest time? You don't want to just choose a course or just choose a school just because of acceptance rate. No, you don't want to do that, okay? The next thing that you want to think about is that you have to actually think of the scholarship that you want. There are three types of scholarship under the CSC, okay? They have the type A, type B, and then the type C. The type A scholarship is given by the embassy, and then the type B scholarship is actually given by the school that you're applying to. And then the type C scholarship is already for students who already have admission, and then when they actually, you know, when maybe now they already have admission and the school wants to like secure them to stay back in the school, or maybe the supervisor want them to still stay back in school, they get the type C scholarship. But the type A scholarship is given directly from the embassy. And one thing that you need to understand, if you're Nigerian, you need to understand that if you get the type A scholarship, is probably from the Ministry of Education. I did a video also talking about this type A scholarship from embassy, just from embassy. I have a friend of mine who was able to get the type A scholarship from the embassy. She didn't go through the Ministry of Education, she didn't do any of that. But one thing that she told me was that she said that it was luck, because embassy don't really collect people like that, you know. They only like collecting names from the Ministry of Education, and I don't know why. Because I don't know why, you know, through the embassy it's not easy to get. Because when I came here, the people that got the scholarship from embassy were a lot. I know, like, there are some people that actually got scholarship and from their country. Maybe I heard that, oh, there were more than 100 people that got scholarship from that country. Do you see this? Do you see this? Anyways, but that's why I always tell people, see, go for the type B, because you are just applying directly to the school. No need to write exam. But when you're going through the type A, you're going to write exam. And that exam is not just going to be a simple exam. Type A is kind of competitive, but it has advantages, okay? Because if you get the type A scholarship, you're getting double stream of income. You're getting money from your Ministry of Education, and you're getting money from China. So it's almost like you're getting money from your country and you're getting money from China, which is beautiful. And if you're just applying through type B, you're just getting one stream of income, which is also good, because the money is still really good. The money you get from type B is also good, because every month you get money, right? Apart from the money that you get every month from the Chinese government, you get health insurance, your tuition fee is covered up, which is actually good money too. So I don't think type B is bad, you know. Type A, type B, it's still good. The next thing that you want to think about is that you need to identify the agency number. So every school have their unique agency number, and that is something that you want to identify, okay? Even though you feel like, oh, this school have a very high acceptance rate, you need to know the agency number. Just check on Google, you always find. Or you can go to the website of the school, and then you can actually research their agency number, or send them direct email to find out their agency number. If you're applying through type A, you still need an agency number, and I shared that in my video where I talked about the agency number that you can actually use if you're applying through the embassy, okay? If you're in Nigeria, and I don't know about other countries, I just know that if you're in Nigeria, there's this embassy number that you can use when you're applying, okay? Something that you should also think about. The next thing that you want to actually think about is that you need to prepare your documents. All the necessary document that you need to prepare them, because this is what you're going to use to apply for the CSE scholarship on the website. What are the documents you need? You need your passport, you need your resume, you need your diploma, you need your transcript, your study plan, you need like the health insurance. This is something that you can actually check on Google. The health insurance, I think there's this specific one for China, because while I was doing my application, there was just that one health, you know, paper that I saw that the Chinese people use to do their own physical examination. So that's something you also need. You need a non-criminal record. So what do you need? You need your passport, you need your highest diploma, you need your transcript, you need your health exam form, you need your non-criminal record, and that's it, guys. That's it. When you're actually doing your study plan, you want to make sure that you are able to put in a very catchy study plan, whereby when they read it, oh my god, they will say, this person is so smart, we need to give this person the scholarship. Now, if you guys want me to actually do a video where I talk about my own study plan, I share my study plan with you guys, what I wrote, I will do it. When you apply for the type A scholarship, the main work is when they give you the exam, that exam that they give you to write. And the exam is you know, these job interviews, they are exams that they are the kind of exams that they ask for job interviews. I know that there's someone that was asking me the question like, oh, how do I know the exam they're going to ask me? See, just go to maybe other supermarkets or other shops. They have job interviews kind of book. That's what I know that they used to ask during the type A exam. So just go to the bookshop, ask them for that book. That particular book is what I know that you can use to actually prepare for the type A scholarship. It's mostly the calculation aspect. You don't need to stress yourself about every other part of that book. Just check for job interview questions. Okay, when you find that book, do more research on the parts that have all these calculations. Okay, do more research on that part that have calculations, because I know that is where they like to bring their questions. Okay, so that's what you should do. And make sure that when you're feeling when you're trying to apply for the type A, make sure that you put it in a place that is very close to you, because sometimes what the Ministry of Education used to do is that they will put the exam to be so close, like they will send you a message that, oh, you have an exam tomorrow. So if maybe now you are in a place that, oh, you can't travel for that exam, it's possible for you to miss the exam. So if you're in Abuja and you are trying to look for the center that you put when you're applying for the type A, make sure you put Abuja as your center when you're filling in all those things. For those of you that don't have your original transcript, you don't need to be so worried about that. You can just print any kind of transcript and use it, because that's what I did. But when I got the scholarship and I was coming to China, then I went to get the original transcript. What I used as my transcript was the unofficial transcript. So that's what you can use while you're applying for the scholarship. Like I said, the physical examination form, you need to check for that online, because there's a particular physical examination form that you need while you are applying for the scholarship. Very important. When I was applying, I didn't really use a CV, I didn't really use a resume, so I don't think a CV is that important while you're applying. Also, with this whole supervisor thing, having to look for a supervisor, I don't think it's that important to look for a supervisor, because I did not have a supervisor. I had a supervisor after I had even done 1 year, because I came here and I was doing a Chinese taught course, and after 1 year of doing that Chinese taught course, that was when I got a supervisor. Okay, so you don't need to stress about the supervisor, but if you feel like, oh, you want to go ahead and get a supervisor, you can always check the school for a supervisor, especially if you're doing a PhD, you know. Also, you can actually, while you're applying for these things, you can even mail your documents to the school. So after you have prepared this document and you have filled all these things in the application form, then you submit it, print out the application form, gather your documents. Okay, make sure you have 2 copies of this document. One is going to be with you, while the other one you mail it to the school. Okay, I remember my friend saying that she did not even want to continue with the type B, because she felt like she didn't have money to mail her documents all the way to China. She was like, oh, it cost like around 30,000 mailing the documents all the way to China. But I feel like this is an investment that you're making for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're still going to get back the money. Okay, so it's an investment. I think you should mail your document to the school if you can. I didn't do this because the school even reached out to me. So there are some people, they don't need to mail that document to the school and they will still get the scholarship. The school will still have to reach out to you. Okay, so you don't have to like mail the document if you don't want to, but it's just something that make them feel like, oh, this one is different, we have hard documents or something like that. Another thing that you need to know when you're applying for the CSC scholarship, after you've picked 3 universities, because you can only pick 3 universities, even though those universities don't choose you, like maybe you've applied and then they don't choose you for the scholarship, you need to know that what CSC will still do is that they will still try to check other universities if there's any other university that will still choose you. So they will still do more research and try to check other universities that might still choose you for the scholarship. So that's another really beautiful thing that I really like, the fact that they want to go the extra mile to make sure that you get a scholarship, especially if they look at your document and they see that you are highly qualified for the scholarship. What they do is that even when some schools say, oh, we don't want you, or we don't need anybody, you know, for the scholarship thing, what they do is that they try to look for other schools that will accept. The final thing is that you await your results, and when finally you've been accepted into any school, they will send you an email. You also need to know that there are age limits for this application. You also need to know that there are age limits for the master's application. Okay, so if you're applying for your master's, there's an age limit, and which is if you're above 35 years old, you cannot apply for the master's scholarship. Okay, so you need to understand this. The master's scholarship stipend is 3,000 RMB every month. You have your health insurance, which they pay you like around 800 RMB every year. They don't really give you the money, you know, but when you're sick, I think that's when you have access to that money. And also you have your school fees cleared, paid for you, which is also very good. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you actually learned a lot. If you have any more questions that you want to ask me, please leave it in the comment section below and I'll get right to it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram. See you next time. Bye for now.